the campus of Merrimack College, where the girls from RizzoVision are getting ready to make their debut at the Beantown tournament in the college division. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here bringing the action on RizzoVision. Something that started out during the pandemic where a guy wanted to live stream and record some games so the parents could see them when nobody else was allowed in the arena, has led us here where now we have our own team called RizzoVision, and it's somewhat a representation of the hockey journey of the Rizzos and RizzoVision. So girls from all different teams that many have played together, most have played against one another, sometimes as bitter opponents, but they join together for this venture, and we're appreciative of all that. We'll get through it as we go along, and you can see the RizzoVision team, the Visioneers, the whatever. We didn't really come up with a name. It's kind of just RizzoVision. It's like a Liverpool or something. I know maybe they have some kind of name, but they are clad in the white jerseys, sort of modeled after the Seattle Kraken, and thanks to Debbie Rizzo for aiding in the design, and hockeytron.com for helping us out with these jerseys. Chris Jarvis did an excellent job helping us out, so we can recommend them. Also, Spectra Spray, go check them out, spectraspray.com. We will have the Spectra Spray player of the game after each game, and our friend Janet over at Spectra Spray has offered to let the girls try out some of the products, and myself and Louisa Rizzo have used them for many years and can recommend those as well. The Dirty Birds are clad in red jerseys. They are made up of the team from Wesleyan, so we'll see similar opponents to them during the tournament, where we have teams that are mostly Division III NCAA teams. Some others are conglomerates like this, but for the first 3 games at least, we'll be seeing these type of teams. Wesleyan probably coming off the best of the seasons. We're getting hard to hear you from the beginning. It looks like the levels are up pretty good. Hopefully that makes it a little bit better, but Debbie Rizzo, tell us if it's still difficult to hear. Try to get that figured out. RizzoVision starts out with Ava West at center, Maeve McNulty on the right wing, Peyton Jacobus PJ on the left wing, Jonas Drone on right D, and Lauren Fox on the left. Underway, first period. Well, I should say first half, because there are 22-minute halves for the prelims. West takes a spill. Delayed offsides in effect here, and it's NCAA women's rules. Move along, of course, it's never without incident as we try to figure out the problems of the audio. Sent down, this is going to be an icing, and with icing here, unless the refs are not paying attention, there's supposed to be no changes allowed, so the first group will stay out, and that'll give us a good chance for you to look at Molly Rowe Smith in the nets for RizzoVision, with her partner Jillian Storminger not able to be with us. It will be Molly taking RizzoVision as far as she can. Jacobus will switch to take the face-off, number 21. And the defensive team, West took it for the opener. So over West is your trivia answer. Who had the first face-off in RizzoVision history? Over West, number 6. Usually number 21 for the Islanders, which were the force to be reckoned with. The audio stuff if we can. Little birds firing it from near side. Locking it in. The numbers that I had don't look like they necessarily match. But it's there. We know we have some of the Leslie and Folk probably watching us. Rizzo out with CC Nieves at center and Lee Briarden. So this is a conglomerated line. That's the first. We'll get some history of the players here we can. 30 Birds bringing in. Shot off the crossbar! And did they say it was a goal? I guess it was. Or was not. Or did they just whistle the play dead? It looked like it hit the crossbar, but maybe they're saying that it went in. So I guess it hit the interior crossbar. 1-0 Dirty Birds. 19:48 left in the first half. Trying something different here now with the audio, so see if we can figure out what's going on. If it's making any difference, everybody will let me know. Everything went so smoothly right up until this point. We organized the whole team, got everybody here, everybody was on time. And we have jerseys that are two-sided with names on them, and here we are. Shot whistled high. Team with Bella Bellin on defense along with Ava Saunders, and that one looks like it off the sharp angle hit off the side of Rose Smith and found its way in. So not the start that RizzoVision was looking for. 18:49 left in the first, and the Dirty Birds have netted a couple. On the offsides, delayed offsides in effect. Fox steps in. He's with Jason Cohn on D. Margot Watkins up front with Lauren Barbara Landstrom and Lily Rose Smith. Coming down the middle, shot whiffed, rebound, and Molly Rose Smith pokes it away. Spot between the points. Dirty Birds bringing it around and down. Low backhand. Big save with the left pad by Rose Smith. Brought out and sent back in. RizzoVision still having trouble getting really that first offensive zone possession. First line, the original line out. Ava West with it. Up for Maeve McNulty. They get it to the point but not through. West got shrugged down. Fox interrupted it, rather Matone in the middle. It comes to a point. Petrova puts on the pressure. Dirty Bird sends it down. They get it down low. Little cross up there, but the Dirty Birds having their way with possession so far. And they needed 2-0 here with 16:55 left in the first half. 22-minute halves here at Beantown. Game 1. 4 prelims amongst 25 teams. So points are what you'd expect. 2 for a win, 1 for a tie. No overtime or shootouts in prelims. You either win, tie, or lose. 2 for the win, 1 for the tie, 0 for the loss. Benches at Merrimack's main arena here are on opposite sides. Penalty boxes are on the home side, so that would be an advantage. Shot gets through, and Will Smith kicks it away. Here's a shot that Will Smith kicks it away again. Now, Dirty Birds with it still, working it. Not much yet to report here for RizzoVision. They're kind of back on their heels. Could be the 8:20 start, and it could be that this might be the top opponent, at least on paper, that they were going to be facing here at Beantown. And that one's sent out. It's not an icing. That'll give the RizzoVision team a chance to change. Neve Briard in the first on attack. See some Rizzo in the middle, and some Rizzo on the far side. That chips in between, and now comes back out. Jonas Cedrone with it, number 41 on the right D. Bella Bellin back at safety. Briarden and Cedrone try to dig it out. Former Islanders teammate comes in. Bellin sweeps that one away, but a nice move by the Dirty Birds coming down the middle. Wrist shot, redirected and scored. So the Dirty Birds now have a 3-0 lead with 14:50 left in the first. And it's been a tough road here early. The draw and neutral ice, the drone jumps in. These numbers that I have for the Dirty Birds just do not coordinate at all with what was on the listed roster. They were unboxing their jerseys in the locker room just before. I don't even know which goalie it is. They have 3 listed. I'm not sure who's who. They only have 1 goalie and an extra defense pair and an extra forward line. Debbie Rizzo, if you can hear, maybe you could post an update about the audio. Briarden gets it down in front shot. Oh, somebody just got a piece. Could be Aiko Sims. Maybe she does have 24. Rizzo now with it. Cycling with Nieves. Briarden down below. RizzoVision now with their best offensive chance so far. Cedrone at the point. Fires it. Couldn't get it through traffic as it was picked off and taken back the other way. Potential breakaway nullified as they missed the pass and icing is the call. They seem to be letting the players change after icing, so that's not part of the NCAA rules. That allegedly were in effect. Landstrom wins it. Margot Watson's got a piece. Birds bring it out to neutral ice, trying to get through the middle, broken up by Ava Saunders. We're going to try the audio again, see if it works now. Hopefully we get a little more luck here. So far you really haven't missed anything. If you couldn't hear, the Dirty Birds lead RizzoVision 3-0. 22-minute periods, but just 2 of them, so we'll call them halves. And forgive me if I keep saying periods when they're halves. Rose Smith and Saunders work the zone defense there and disrupt the Dirty Birds for but a moment, but okay, now Debbie Rizzo saying much worse. So we'll try to do it this way again. Shot goes wide and comes out of the zone. It's a one-man show here, so if I get a little behind the play, it's because I'm trying to fix the audio issues. Ava West with it on the near side wall, trying to spin around, looking maybe for Fox. Tried to get it to Fox, but a nice dig out of the wall. Jacobus is going to pick it up. PJ comes in, tries to turn the corner on the far side and dumps it. Now up the near side wing, Dirty Birds bringing it with speed. One-timer, Rose Smith kicked away, rebound, stop shot, Rose Smith covers it up. So Molly, in maybe her most difficult sequence, makes her best stop. The draw comes through, Fox knocks it away. Attempted shot, blocked in front, but it goes in. So Dirty Birds now 4-0 with 11:37 left in the first half. And the new RizzoVision team here is going to try to get their sea legs together. Rizzo brought it in for a moment. That comes to neutral base. Into the offensive zone. Dirty Birds have their way thus far. It's not been fancy, it's just been effective. Hey, we're going to try something even more new now. So, Debbie Rizzo, give us an update. Off the dump in, Dirty Birds in pursuit. Cedrone was spun down. Nieves bunts it over for Briarden. Briarden tried to get it back to Nieves, but the Dirty Birds with a lot more familiarity. That seems to be the difference here. That one fired wide. Now comes down toward the middle. Cedrone picked it up, but can't get through and can't get away. Fanned on the pass. It comes toward the point. Rizzo tried to put the pressure there, but the Birds fired off the wall. They're the Wesleyan Cardinals, so usually you're not allowed or supposed to, as Rose Smith makes a nice save, usually you're not allowed or supposed to use the name of your regular club. And as Cardinals, you can go to Dirty Birds. They don't have a coach. They're just coached by themselves. Debbie Rizzo, if you could hear it, tell me if this made the audio any better. Comes to the near side wall, sent in and popped out by Landstrom. It's not going to be icing. Centered for Lily Rose Smith, couldn't connect, but a pretty decent chance as it comes back down toward the middle. Near side wall, center and feed. Dirty Birds bring it down off of a deflection and score. So 5-0 now. once they get to the second half, a 5-goal gap will result in a running clock. I would love to give you the Dirty Bird names, not that you could hear it anyway. So I guess the voice got a little bit better, but still not good. Not sure what's going on here. Dirty Birds come in. Rose Smith with 1 save, rebound, score. If you can't see or hear, at least you could see that sad state of affairs so far. Save Rose Smith. Off the draw, knocked away. Jacobus got a piece, couldn't corral it. Shot goes wide. Near side, a stick got flung all the way in the air, and it's McNulty. She recovers to pick it up. Maeve on the right wing. Dirty Birds moving it around. Again, I have a roster for them, but their numbers do not correspond at all. And, well, I mean, pretty much at this point, everybody scored because it's now 6-0 with 8:22 left in the first half. 22-minute halves. And the RizzoVision team, a test of character right off the bat. Brought in. Back and forth they go. Over to the far side. Centering feed. Can't get it knocked down. Carried low, centering feed. This is Watkins in pursuit. Now Bellin takes the handoff. Nifty pass, shot, and score. I mean, that's just a great play. That one is just going to be hard as the devil to stop. Dirty Birds making it a dirty beginning for RizzoVision. 8-0 now the score on the board. There will only be a 5-goal gap in terms of the standings, so a 5-goal loss is no different from like an 11-goal loss, and they'll have time to figure it out. They'll be back here at this pavilion, but not this rink, later this afternoon. Lily Rose Smith got it at center ice. Landstrom helps out to get it deep. sent toward the middle. West picks it off, Ava West. Playing with PJ Jacobus, she wears number 6, Jacobus with 21. They both usually wear 21, but when Jacobus heads to Rowan in about a month's time, she will be wearing number 26 for the profs. The profs. I always mess that one up. I don't know if we have an audio check, but I'm figuring that if whatever I'm doing on the side, it just starts working at some point, Debbie Rizzo will let us know in the chat. Cedrone picks it up, looking for some room, hounded by 3, sends it deep. Rizzo puts the pressure on. D-to-D pass is successful, but they're doing the right things. It just hasn't worked out yet in their favor. Briarden picks it up, turns, has a little bit of room. Rizzo was looking to get on the break. Here comes Nieves. Nieves gets it into the offensive zone, tries to get it over for Rizzo, who's coming down the middle. Briarden has it. Rizzo's in front. Briarden skates it around the net, still with it, trying to get pushed off, but hangs with it. Nieves still with it, looking to go back deep, but the Wesleyan player just saw it and picked it off and sent it up the middle. It's a 23 in red. Which I don't have listed. Shot, oh, Rose Smith got a glove on it, but it goes in. .401 left now. I'll try to just give you the scores. Lauren Barbara Landstrom, straight up from Florida, in the car for the better part of the last 2 days, but got into the area late last night. Rose Smith with it. Lily sends it for Margot Watkins. Here goes Margot, looking to get it up the middle. Draws a few defenders, got it forward, but Landstrom was on the left side. They break in, one-on-one shot. Rose Smith, Molly gets it with the mask rebound, and she got the stick on that one, and it goes wide. Watkins tries to chip it off the boards on the far side. She'll get it deep and be the first in pursuit with Rose Smith coming on the other side. The breakout by the Dirty Birds sends them to neutral ice. They break in. Here they come, drop passes. Ava Saunders in the right spot. Didn't make the play, but forced it to the outside. And the Dirty Birds will set up in the square and the triangle. Moving, wrist shot, comes through, redirected. Rose Smith kicks it away. All Dirty Birds this far. Saunders picks it up, picked it off rather. Landstrom picks it up, banks it off the boards, got it to neutral ice, and RizzoVision will change. Goes to the far side, drop pass, now they come in, they break in. Rose Smith stays up, got it with the chest, rebound comes wide. Cedrone swept it away. Now they work it down low. Still working it, and a drop pass comes from the top and down low toward the middle. They work it below the end line. Good defense there by RizzoVision. They've collapsed it down a little bit, but McNulty's staying high, so they're not too far down low, all of them, and Maeve gets a piece of that one. PJ Jacobus with it, tries to take it behind the end line and does successfully. Now we'll bank it off the boards, looking to spring west. But the Dirty Birds just have an answer for everything they're trying so far. And this RizzoVision team was put together because of their character, and well, it's being tested a lot right now. This is supposed to be fun, but when you're down by 9 goals in the first half, 22-minute halves, it's usually not too much fun. Wrist shot blocked away by Cedrone. Jacobus tries to chip it forward, and just a microcosm of the way things have gone, she chipped it off the rear end of her teammate McNulty. Sent through the middle, knocked down, fired wide. And they move it cross ice. This line's been out there for a while. They could use a stoppage, and they get it from Rose Smith. Molly covers it with the glove. RizzoVision will change with 1:07 left in first half action from Merrimack College. Off the draw, comes to the far side. Now they work it up the middle. Shot gets knocked away. Nieves now with Briarden and Rizzo. When we have more volume that works, we'll try to tell you stories and give you a little more background about this team. Matone sends it to the near side. Rizzo there tries to dig it out. Got a piece of it, and Nieves is able to gather it below the end line. Smacked away there. Centering feed one time. Big save by Rose Smith. She kicked it away. There's a shot. Rose Smith got a piece, and it went off the outside of the post. A lot of fire coming. They're not blitzing. They're just passing and moving the puck well. Fox tried to chip it for Rizzo. Rizzo eventually gets it out of the zone. Last 15 seconds of the period, Briarden's going to try to put the pressure on, and so will Rizzo, but the D-to-D pass, a little blind, still works. That is maybe what happens when you get to play with certain teammates for a while, and they're just connecting on everything. Shot blocked away, rather pass by Matone, and the period, or half, expires. All right, trying yet something else. Let's see if this will work now for volume-wise. Although it's break time, so who knows where anybody is. Okay, we do have a voice good, and this is the most clear we have been, so whatever. I've just kept trying, and hopefully this worked. Debbie, a confirmation if this is still working, as Coach Jacobus alerts his troops here. It's the most clear we have been. Oh, okay, so Brooke's been able to hear me without a problem, so maybe I'm going nuts for no reason here. So, Debbie, turn up your volume somewhere. Okay, let's reset the scene for you since I've been a little out of sorts here, uncharacteristically. The RizzoVision team in white is playing the Dirty Birds. We are at the Beantown tournament. It's the first prelim game, the first game in RizzoVision history, and on the scoreboard, it really hasn't gone well, as RizzoVision trails 9-0. They're playing the team from Wesleyan, which is a Division III team, and a pretty good one. They don't have a large bench, but they have a lot of good players who seem to have played together quite a bit to this point because they've really dominated the action. And we don't have a shot clock to indicate how many shots on goal there are, and I'm not sure if they're being kept, but it's been highly in favor of the Dirty Birds. And now RizzoVision will take the ice to start period 2. We'll try to give you a little bit more background about the players since the action hasn't been exactly what we had hoped for. Ava West will take the face-off. She's number 6, and you remember her from starring for the New York Islanders. PJ Jacobus on the left wing, the longtime Rockets captain. Maeve McNulty, formerly of the New Jersey Bandits and University of New England club team. There's Maeve, gets in, breaks down low, shot, and they just disrupted it. So a good start to period 2 for RizzoVision, and this is the second half, so there is no third period. It's sort of there is no tomorrow. McNulty has come out with some fire here and really made things happen as West won the opening faceoff. So a different RizzoVision team off the bat. Wesleyan, or the Dirty Birds, will try to settle things down here. They don't change sides, and they didn't resurface the ice. So that's, I guess, what we can expect here for the rest of the games. West picks it up, and she will send it up the far side for McNulty, who's trying to chip it. West tries to get through, but the sticks are really good for the Dirty Birds. They have been winning most of these 50-50 pucks. It's been about 90-10. And it comes toward the point. Wrist shot blocked away by Jacobus in the lane. So this crew's been out here for over a minute now to start the second half. They got the best of it in the first few seconds, but now it's been tilted back to the Dirty Birds side. They're in red. RizzoVision in white. They have blue jerseys as well, which I think that you will get to see in game number 2, but we'll have to see. We have the reversible jerseys that most others just have one. Knocked down there. West got a piece of somebody, and the lines will change. Luisa Rizzo first out there now with Cece Nieves and Neve Briarden. Briarden comes in, knocks that one away. Neve, 29, headed to University of Rhode Island to play for their ACHA program. And also a former Islander. We got to watch her many times on RizzoVision. Was a standout. Saved by Rose Smith, knocked it down with the protective part of the mask underneath the chin and played it forward. Wrist shot through traffic, doesn't get all the way through. Now a secondary one on a backhand gets there, but Rose Smith turns it away. 19:33 left in the game. Half number 2 of 22-minute halves. Briarden will pick this up on the far side, look to spring Rizzo if she can, and she finds her. Rizzo skates in, tries to make one move, got it taken away, nearly had it there, but like we said, these 50-50 pucks have gone the way of the Dirty Birds. 11-9, nothing edge. Shot in front goes wide. Now 3 minutes into the second half. And comes to the point, wrist shot. Nieves knocked it away. Cedrone will pick it up. Cedrone looking to get it out, sent it away. Needs a little help from Briarden, gets it. Briarden was trying to get it over to Nieves, but that just didn't work out the way they drew it up. Shot gets blocked away. Nieves was the second one to blunt it. There's a left pad and a right pad save in the opposite order. I called it the opposite way by Molly Rose Smith. Dirty Birds send it down low. Cedrone gets to it first, and she wins the 50-50 puck. So let's give credit where it's due. Looking for her roommate, Luisa Rizzo, to spring her. Didn't quite hit the back of the stick, but close enough. They get it out, and Rizzo's able to change. And here comes Margot Watkins joining that fray. There's a shot, and another mask save by Rose Smith. Her sister, Lily Rose Smith, now up the middle on the near side with the maroon helmet. Watkins comes in, tries to battle, can't get anything going over there. comes up the far side. Now Dirty Birds take it the other way. Matone now back on D with Fox, comes in. There was a stick lift over there, and that's the difference where these are seasoned college players and they've all played at high levels to begin with, plus this maybe, you know, a little bit of a lack of experience from the RizzoVision team. Watkins, nice play, tried to chip it out. Right church, wrong pew. Margot was in good position, and just the way that things have gone so far, a chip pass that she's probably made a million times didn't get through. Rose Smith with a nice blocker save, and she's been sharp here in the second half. 17-14 left. Big edge here for the Dirty Birds. One-timer goes through, not on net. If you have a chance, go back and look at the RizzoVision channel. Spinning shot was blocked away. I think it was Matone that got a piece. Fox will disrupt that one in front. Matone sends it forward. Here's Lily Rose Smith. She's going to try to get to it first. Got good position, just got beaten out by magnificent skating. I'm trying to get a number on helmets maybe. That could make a difference. I'd like to acknowledge some of these Dirty Bird players, but I have names, but their roster numbers just don't coordinate at all with what I have. Aiko Sims was nice enough to chat with me before the game, and she looked at the names and told me who was here and who was not, and I guess didn't really know the numerical thing. I probably should have asked if those numbers were okay, but RizzoVision will change. 15:57 left in half number 2. It was all Dirty Birds in the first half. They put up 9, and they haven't exactly taken their foot off the gas here, but I think that the legs have now come under the RizzoVision girls a little bit more, and they haven't generated much offense, but they've stemmed the tide a little bit defensively here. Defensive zone draw, Jacobus will take it. So it looks like Jacobus will take the defensive zone draws. West probably just, well, I was going to say she got away with a trip, but she just stuck the leg out and tripped, and now the Dirty Birds will go on a power play. So Ava West has, she's the answer to a bunch of trivia questions here. She took the first face-off in RizzoVision history, and she gets the first penalty in RizzoVision history. We'll see if she gets the first goal in RizzoVision history, or maybe the first assist. On the kill, Jacobus and McNulty will stay out there. Saunders with Cedrone on the back line. Off the draw, McNulty disrupts. That is Maeve's absolute expertise. She is a disruptor. And if you've never seen it, go on RizzoVision and search for Maeve Day, M-A-E-V-E, Maeve Day. She scored an incredible game-winning goal for the Bandits a couple years ago. Unfortunately for our Islanders parents, I believe it was against them. Whistle stops play. We haven't had many stoppages. That will probably pave the way for RizzoVision to get a change, and it does. Briarden with Nieves up front. Saunders and Cedrone stay on the back line. Nieves in pursuit. They'd like to just keep the Dirty Birds from setting up here even, but they get it into the offensive zone to the team in red. Nieves got a piece of that one, but they spread out, send it cross crease, now trying to work it to the middle, around the perimeter, top between the points. They have them caved in a little bit. Let's see if the RizzoVisioneers can keep their form. They do. Briarden comes in to try to break it up, getting physical over there. The physical play has picked up here a little bit for the RizzoVision team. It hasn't been a chippy game at all, at least from up here. Sometimes the girls on the ice give a different report. Saunders shielded off in the slot, shot, and right into the RizzoVision logo of Molly Rose Smith, who makes the save and never lets it hit the ice. Bellin and Fox go out to defend for the final, the power play is over. West will come out of the box. It expired. I guess the clock is running, that's why. So with the gap being more than 5 goals here in the second half, the clock will run. It's 9-0 the Dirty Birds. And right now, if you're the RizzoVision team, you're sort of accomplishing goal 1, which is tighten up defensively, try to keep them off the board, and then after that, it would be, hey, let's see if we could generate a little offense against a really good team. Dirty Birds putting themselves in good position right off the bat. And from what I was surveying amongst the 25 teams in the college division, I would have had them ranked up there pretty high. So in their first game ever, the RizzoVision team is getting a stiff for the stiffest of tests. Here comes Ava West, breaking up the left side, looking for the middle, tries to get the shot off, and just the time and space non-existent. Briarden now got it deep as they try to complete change. Landstrom is out. Briarden comes off and Rose Smith comes out. Watkins with Landstrom and Lily Rose Smith. In front, Bellin defends. Watkins lifts a stick and the puck goes all the way out. So those little things maybe weren't happening in the first half, and right there they happen in the second half. So a team that's just getting to know each other, starting to gel a little bit here defensively. Hopefully no famous last words as we hit the 11-minute mark of time remaining. And Molly Rose Smith with a big save through traffic. That puck didn't have a lot on it, but it had seeing eyes, and she got the pad out just in time. Coming out of the corner, wrist shot knocked away by Fox. Bellin defends, pushes the offensive player to the outside. Wrist shot tipped, but over the crossbar. Watkins had that one picked off, just couldn't get the stick on it. You could see Margot positionally real good. Backhand shot off of a Dirty Bird, wrap around, and they score. That was the best shift of the half for the Dirty Birds, as they kept it down low and just, it's not flashy or fancy, it's more attrition. They're just grinding and waiting and making plays. Jacobus now with West and Briarden, so it looks like McNulty will jump in with Nieves and Rizzo in the next shift. Saunders with it down low. West looking for it, chips it out into neutral ice. Briarden in pursuit. Dirty Birds pick it up. Coming down the middle, wrist shot. Rose Smith got the glove on it and knocked it just wide. Saunders uses the feet to move it forward. Briarden comes down to help out. Sent down. Okay, there's one player I think I know, and that's 68, Mairead Campbell. I'm trying to recognize Mairead. The former East Coast Wizard, who, when I was broadcasting for USA Hockey TV at Nationals, the season before last, scored the game-winning goal and a big save with the glove by Molly Rose Smith. Stops play, but not the clock, as we tick down toward the 8.5-minute mark of time remaining. Campbell broke a tie against a team from Alaska in the semifinals of Nationals at Michigan State. And I had the pleasure of calling that game. They had a parade for Mairead. Wizards actually went on to fall in the championship game, but that was a highlight moment. And speaking of highlight moments, Molly Rose Smith is putting together some here in the second half. The gap on the scoreboard is listed as 9-0. I think it's 10. But in the standings, it'll only count as 5 max. McNulty now with Rizzo and Nieves. Comes out in front. Shot goes wide. Scramble down low. Shot redirected. Cedrone would have gotten pass interference if that was the NFL, but she got away with it there. They go high-low. McNulty gets a piece. Sent down low. McNulty with Rizzo and Nieves. Here's Bellin with it. Bellin looks to send Rizzo. That would have been a play that they worked on during their year together with the New Jersey Bandits. That was 2 seasons ago, and Bella was on the inaugural Bandits 19A AAA team this year. Has played mostly forward, but is playing D for us here. She's also been a defenseman, and so far so good for her. Comes toward the point. Rizzo in pursuit, tries to get a piece of it, forces the play to go along the boards, but the Dirty Birds get the high-low and get the shot off. Down to 6:40 remaining. I'm not seeing anything more about audio problems, but we're going to keep working to try to get that better in between games. We'll be back at 4 o'clock Eastern Time from the same building, but not the same rink, as the RizzoVision girls will take on the Beacons, who are the UMass Boston team. They come toward the middle to the Dirty Birds in red, getting in, putting pressure on the D. Cedrone gets a piece, sends it for Landstrom. Landstrom tries to bunt it for Watkins, but Watkins was covered. Dirty Birds just get it out and get it right back in. Comes toward the middle. Bellin, 1-on-2, tied it up with the stick and then used the skates to make the play. Still going, and there's Bella. In a game where 50-50 pucks have been won mostly by the team in red, Bella Bellin wins 2 in a row. Here's Lily Rose Smith on the near sidewall, gets it out of the zone, gets it towards center, gets it deep enough. Didn't have the center line, otherwise it would have been icing, but did get it in there. Watkins put the rest of the pressure on, comes out to neutral ice here. Dirty Birds get it in. I've zoomed in a little bit, and when they come along the near side wall, you lose a little bit of the picture, so I'm trying to adjust that a little bit on the fly for you. There's usually no game is won or lost right in that part of the ice, so we sacrifice it to give you a better look. And here's Watkins trying to send it up the middle between changes here. Jacobus is out there. They get it down low. Jacobus in pursuit, and they make the full change. Briarden and West now with Jacobus. It gets down low. There's a save. There haven't been many, if any, by one of the goalies, Guglielmi, Ward, or Smith. So not a busy day for the goaltender, but we'll see if RizzoVision could change that. West with a wrist shot. That one died on the front. No rebound. Briarden was there to try to sweep it in, but the whistle stops play, but not the clock, as we tick down to 4:20. On the offensive side, West will take the draw. Briarden, she's on the dot. Briarden in the slot. Jacobus on the near side wall. Tied up there. Jacobus is going to pick it up, get a shot, and suddenly RizzoVision has a few shots on goal. They haven't been very threatening, but now the threat level raises a bit. So that's what kind of bit of confidence they'd like to grab going into game 2. First of 4, Fox trying to hang in there. Shot, big save by Rose Smith on the break. Spin move, Briarden was there. West and Jacobus sort of in the same spot trying to protect the top of the slot. They do. They don't get it out. Briarden gets it out. She's going to skate it out. She's going to skate it up the right wing. They don't have numbers. Tried to dump it in. Lost it, regained it. They start the change. Fox jumps off for Saunders behind the play. McNulty jumps on. McNulty in front. Nearly got that one. Almost got a piece. Briarden for Saunders. Saunders sends it down low. West and Briarden will peel off for a change. Rizzo and Nieves will jump on. McNulty, the 1-4 checker, allows her teammates to get back there. Maeve got another piece of it. Maeve scored the first goal in Jersey Sharks history a couple of years ago at Beantown. Let's see if she's also got the first in RizzoVision history. She's out there, number 4 in white. Rizzo in front if that puck gets knocked away, but it is not the case as it hasn't been all game. Saunders might have gotten away with a little bit of a trip there. She was trying to whack at the puck and hit the skate. The player didn't go down immediately. It was like sort of like an MMA when there's a liver shot and the punch is delivered, and like 2 moments later, the person who received the shot sort of crumples to the ice. That was what happened there. Backhand shot. Rose Smith, another mask save, and covers up. 2 minutes left. 2-minute warning. And Molly's sister Lily, the elder stateswoman, number 20, you see there in the middle of your screen. We'll head out there. Also, the biggest supporter of RizzoVision, probably has watched more RizzoVision minutes on YouTube than any other person, at least one not named Rizzo. And apropos that Lily would be an original. Here's a nifty shot into the top corner, and another goal for the Dirty Birds, but they'll help on the stat sheet for individual stats, but as far as this game, it'll be a 5-goal gap in the standings if the RizzoVision team does not score. They have a minute left to try to do so. Landstrom with Watkins and Rose Smith up front. Matone and Cedrone alliterate on the defensive pair. Or rather, that's Fox, not Matone. Matone's wearing her black Rockets helmet instead of her blue Delaware helmet. And with the Rockets get up underneath the RizzoVision jersey, the two lefties looked a little similar to me for a moment. That was Fox. Watkins on the forecheck. Rose Smith is going to force a turnover with Watkins. Landstrom gets it along the boards. Centering feed, was looking for Watkins in there. Rose Smith was high if it came up there, and they almost generate a scoring chance. Final seconds here. Dirty Birds still with their foot on the gas. Glove save, and that is probably going to do it. I don't think they're going to be able to face this one off as the final seconds wind down. Molly Rose Smith gives away the puck, and the first game in RizzoVision history has ended, and it goes to the Dirty Birds, I believe 10 or 11-0, but in the score sheet it will say 5-0, and there will be individual goal scorers there. Molly Rose Smith, no rest for the wicked. She'll be in there for all 4 games this weekend, 3 more of them to do, and she'll lead the handshake charge here. And we're working in the background doing some other video stuff, so if you haven't seen that yet, go watch the Road to Beantown in between games and maybe check out some coach interviews if you haven't seen that, and the unboxing video. Now you get to see the jerseys, but there was an unboxing video of the jerseys as well. And one more shout out, you could see right there wearing the number 93 with the helmet, is Lily Latour, injured, could not play, came up to support the team this weekend, so she will count as an original. As will Jill Storminger. Jill, we miss you. And we know you're watching. And you're probably going to be in the player chat after this game, too. So that will do it for the first game in RizzoVision history. It doesn't go the way of the RizzoVision girls as the Dirty Birds from Wesleyan take it. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the alerts bell. And when we are going live and also uploading new content, which we are doing, then you will know about it. And we thank you to, as of right before this game, the 304 who have subscribed to us and supported the channel over the years. We will have a Spectra Spray player of the game. That'll come up in a separate video from this. It won't be a live stream, it'll just be an upload, and you'll get a chance to see it later on. But for now, from the Lawler Arena on the campus of Merrimack College in North Andover, Massachusetts. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching RizzoVision Women's Hockey on RizzoVision.